Hello there, this is our Retro Spirits Guide, and we're looking at R-Type on the PC Engine Hue card. This game is split across two Hue cards. Here's the logo, beautiful logo, and let's blast off and strike that evil Bido Empire. They're so evil, deliciously villainous. Here's the R-Type spacecraft with its rapidly firing, I don't know what they like, metal bullets and large plasma discharge. Just holding the button. Everybody's played R-Type, everybody loves R-Type, and it's been converted to multiple home computers and consoles. The PC Engine version, until the arcade machine was ported, is probably the best conversion, I would say. Maybe not sonically, although it does sound like the arcade machine. But visually, oh man, it captured the essence of R-Type, and it fired my imagination as a child. When I saw it in CNBG, I played it in the arcade, and I saw this version in CNBG magazine, and it was like, Jesus Christ, what have they done? Some sort of space voodoo? They've managed to replicate R-Type nigh on perfectly. And actually playing it these days, it isn't like a one-to-one replica of the arcade machine, but it does play very much the same, and it lacks parallax scrolling. But that's about it really. It's well, you do get parallax on some of the levels, just not on this one. And yeah, what a beautiful game! What a beautiful game! I always thought of this game as being like an Art Deco look. It's a bit of a weird kind of 1920s vibe going on, which is groovy. Later games kind of went a bit darker, went a bit grimier. This first game in the series is brighter, and it's got sweet curves. Now here's an alien. I think his name is Dan. Actually, I think his name is Dobkeratops. Now I think about it. He's got a problem. He's got a tapeworm in his stomach. And the only cure was to euthanize him with plasma shots to the belly, because he wasn't getting rid of that tapeworm anytime quickly. And here's the second level, missing the parallax scrolling as said, but we do have everything else intact. Yeah, it's a bit of a wonder conversion, and it comes on 2 cue cards originally, so I don't know what the price of the game was back in the day, whether you're paying full price for each Hue card, but I imagine you were. These days, the first Hue card is the cheapest one. I think you can get it for about 20 to 30 quid. The second Hue card is slightly more expensive, at sort of 30 to 40. You can buy a CD with all of R-Type on one CD. I think the American Hue card might have had all the levels on one Hue card. I'm going to say Hue card one more time, and then I'm going to try not to say Hue card again. Hue card. These are little planty eyeballs. What was he called? What? I got killed by a... I don't know what that was, really. Some sort of creepy crawly, half plant, half guts creature. Look at all the aliens sticking out of the environment here. Yeah, R-Type was one of the best shooters of the 80s, if not the best shooter of the 80s, I would say. It was just when it arrived, it may not look like much now, but when it arrived it was shocking in its visual look and gameplay. We hadn't seen the likes of the Force Orb before. We'd had multiples in Gradius, but this Forcey Orb thing that you could stick to your ship, we hadn't had that. Well, as far as I know, we hadn't had that. I can't think of another game that I've played which looked and played like this one previous to this one. So for me, this was like a iconic, epic delivery into our local arcade. There were a couple of dudes who were pretty good at this game, so I was never that good at it. The levels were the memory test levels. I find them difficult to get through to this day. because I just can't remember when things happen. But the shooting levels were fairly easy. But there was a specific guy, I think his name was Nutty. His surname might have had the word nut in it, but we called him Nutty. He wasn't actually crazy, as far as I know. I mean, or allergic to peanuts. It wasn't like a name which described some of his traits. It was just his surname had the word nut in it. Anyway, he could clear this on the credit, and that's when I saw the ending with the different coloured. Oh, spoilers! Different coloured R9s with their different coloured cockpits en masse flying around. This stage is iconic, isn't it? Ripped off a million times by a million different shooters. It was the first time you saw something like this. Roddy's has got this, got a parody of this stage in it, which is quite funny. Because it features Moai Head as the face of the spaceship. It's fun to talk about spaceships with faces, but it happens, people, so deal with it. You can kill this boss quite quickly if you're adept at manipulating your force balls. Let's see if I can get this before the boss music even starts. Okay, on the back, protect my ass. Oof! Boss music didn't even start. Shot him in his freaking spaceship eyeball. Get out of here, you son of a gun. I can quite regularly clear the first 4 levels of R-Type. The 5th level is a bit more of a memory test, even though it's like an open corridor. And this level's a sort of a memory test, but I played this one so much it's kind of ingrained. The 5th one, ooh, shot in the ass. There's just too much stuff flying around. And if you're powered up and haven't died, that stuff moves quite quickly as well, because the game does speed up the enemies and they fire more shit at you the better that you're doing, which is sort of balancing the difficulty on the fly, which is groovy. Okay, the other versions of this that I've played are on the PlayStation, which is much more or less the arcade machine, and it fits. The version I've got, I believe, has some vertical scrolling in it as the Japanese version, but I think the PAL version fits the whole thing on the screen. Have I got that the wrong way around? I might have got that the wrong way around. I might have the PAL version and it has up and down movement in it. See, that's what happens when you get old. Your memory plays tricks on you. I played this on I had this in the Amstrad CPC, where it sort of played like R-Type, but it was probably at about 4 frames a second, and in monochromatic colours. Well, monochromatic means lack of colour, doesn't it? So I've ruined that right there. I've made myself look a right fool. It was slow-arsed, but it was R-Type, and I played it on the Amiga. The Amiga had a different sound, like it had the same tunes, but they were just sort of done in Amiga power, which the Amiga had a pretty good sound chip. But the graphics were not as good as this. So it was okay. It was all right at the time. So the PC Engine version I hadn't played until I bought a PC Engine in sort of the 20s, and yeah, this game is epic on it. If I'd have had this back in whenever it came out in 1988, I think it would have blown my mind. There we go. Anyway, level 4 boss taken down a peg or two. He needs to be taken down, those pegs, because he was all in my grill with his, look at me, I can split into 3 things. Yeah, how'd you like me now? Yeah, I shot every single one of your little eyeballs, you gits. But there's a weird little cutscene on the PC Engine, because the rest of the levels are on a different hue card. So it does this weird thing here, where your spaceship kind of docks with another spaceship. And it takes ages, and it's a bit boring. You eject your weapons. Get out of here, I don't need you any more balls. And here's your sort of, I don't know what this is, space station? Your blue space station? Made out of random tiles. Doesn't look like anything else that's in the game. Obviously made up by someone at Hudson Soft or whoever converted this game. I'm not giving you a lot of actual facts here, am I? I'm just kind of talking about stuff. Oh, got a beepy sound effect, which is quite clear. Look how slow this is going. Speed up, just get on with it, for crying out loud. All this is doing is it's going to give you a code that you can input at the beginning of the next cue card. I'm playing this on a Turbo Duo, the analog Turbo Duo thingy-majig. So I can kind of quit out this game and load the next cue card instantly, whereas on a PC Engine, you're faffing about with cue cards. Here's the code. There we go. Beautiful. Is that the high school table music that I'm listening to there? Yeah, maybe. You must go again to destroy the Bido Empire. I don't know what makes them so evil. It's almost like you're kind of going at them in their homes, like like the cabin with the big heart thing in it. Here we go. Is the it's like he's just living there. He's just hanging out. You sort of like you just go in there and you shoot him in the face. It's like burglary or something. Anyway, here's R-Type 2. Oh, beautiful. Boot the card up. And you strike the evil Bido Empire in this one. Let's get that code in. You have to press select there to be able to put the code in. Yeah. Come on. It's hardly worth doing this because I'm probably going to die within about 3 seconds of starting this level anyway. I'm not great at the second cue card. I think I've been on the final level maybe once. I feel like I got lucky on level 7 because that level is rock balls hard. Level 6 is the memory test. I can't reliably do that level. And this level, when you're powered up, everything moves too fast, and there's a couple of enemies that fire like long toothpaste spears at your face, and they're really fast and long when you're powered up. Like these snake things are cool. Yeah, isn't R-Type amazing on the PC Engine? It's lovely, it's super recommended. If you've got a PC Engine, you have to get yourself a copy of R-Type, unless you absolutely hate shooters. And if you absolutely hate shooters, why have you bought a PC Engine? That's just crazy. It's mainly shooters. Here, we've got some parallax scrolling, look. It's like they've worked it out for the second cue card. Yeah, weird, huh? Anyway, that's R-Type, and it's awesome. Awesome on the cue card. I'd probably actually prefer it to the arcade machine. Well, sorry, the PlayStation version, because of the chunkiness of the visuals. I quite like it with chunky visuals. The PlayStation is they're a bit smaller and a bit, well, they're resier, but they just don't, they look a bit fiddly or something. The chunkiness of this is very, very pleasing. So on that bombshell, I'm going to F off. Although, as you can see there, the game flickers a bit. Well, we'll forgive it that. It's an 8-bit freaking console, for crying out loud. Right then, R-Type's cool. Goodbye.